Hello there, this is David from David Books and Comics, and today I thought I'd show you some of the old Charltons, which have some interesting information about their creation. So, what you see here is the first and second issue, or number 28 and 29 of the Fightin' Five. And you see the Fightin' Five are an elite group of super soldiers, like a Green Beret or a Special Forces unit, who are sent off on special missions against criminals who are despotic and trying to basically threaten to take over the world. And they're sent off on missions to see if they can either eliminate or finally arrest these guys. Anyway, so here's the Fightin' Five. You see Frenchie, Irv the Nerve Haganah, Granite Galero, Hank Hennessy, and Tom Tom, and they even have their numbers. This is the later issue of the same characters, and you have the same setup with different lettering. So this is the much later issue. Fightin' Five, America's Super Squad. All right, so, and I'll show you what the other ones I have. This is number 32. And numbering on these are terrible. This looks like number 33. Yeah, I'm not sure what number that is. That's 5 Trails to Death. The cover art, this one is by Rocky Mastroserio. Same with this one. The other ones are, this is Dick Giordano. Dick Giordano was at this time either close to being or the editor of the hero line of Charlton. And he, of course, did the artwork for many covers, and the interior artwork for a character called Sarge Steel, which I'll show in a little bit. And here's another Fighting Five for the Many Masks of Doom. And here they battle the evil Dr. Negus. So that's that one. And here they fight against the evil plans of Satan. And this is don't know what number that is. 36, I think. This is number 37. And this is number 40. And it has the first appearance of Peacemaker, which I'll show here. That artwork is done by Pat Boyette. And Pat Boyette did work mostly for Charlton, but he also did work for Atlas Seaboard on a character called the Tarantula. But anyways, here's that. His artwork was detailed, and his work on the Phantom, I think he was better with Jungle comics than he was with like straight adventure comics like this one. But anyway, he has a very unique art style, very recognizable once you lay eyes on it. So that's that one. And I'll also show you the Peacemaker. This is the first solo issue, the Peacemaker, and now the Fightin' Five have been relegated to a support title. And this is the third issue. And I believe that's number 5. Okay, so that's that one. I'll also show you the Sarge Steels. And the cover art is by Dick Giordano. Dick Giordano went on to do most of the stories for Sarge Steel. Sarge Steel is like a super spy. He is hired, and many of the elements of James Bond type spy adventure novels you'll see are in Sarge Steel. Sarge Steel goes around in with a biomechanical hand, which is similar to almost like the $6 Million Man, the Steve Austin $6 Million Man. But I think in literature, the closest I've ever seen is in the Ninja books by Eric Van Lustbader. And there's a character there called Lou Croker who appeared in one of Lustbader's novels. I think it was called The Homecoming. And he also appears in the last 2 or 3 actually, novels in the Ninja series, Nicholas Linear Ninja series. And with his biomechanical arm. A lot of similarities between this character, Sarge Steel, and that character in Lustbader's novels. Anyway, so I'll show you the rest. And this is another issue. It's called Sarge Steel Special Agent. And we have this one. This one's called Sarge Steel Private Detective. We'll just flip and see. The interior art is by Giordano. This is issue number 3. You can see there. The character is the Smiling Skull, and if you remember the Judomaster series, the Smiling Skull is a recurring villain in the Charlton stories, and here he appears as a villain to Judomaster. And Sarge Steel appears as a backup feature in the Judomaster book. But here, the Smiling Skull is actually the villain in the story, in the Judomaster story. And there's this issue, Sarge Steel Special Agent. And this is Rocky Mastrosario and Montes cover. And this is Dick Giordano cover. This is Secret Agent Sarge Steel. And I'll also show you Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt was another of the Hero Line comic books. And that's, the cover art is by Pat Morisi. Pat Morisi did most of the work on these. Written, drawn, and created by Pat Morisi. The character Thunderbolt bears a lot of similarities to the Bill Everett character, Amazing Man, which was created back in, I believe, Centaur Publications in 1938. The story follows a main character who goes to the Far East, learns the secrets of the fighting arts, and comes back and fights criminals in the West. This story, Thunderbolt, bears a lot of similarity to that character, Amazing Man, which is a character that appears also in the Marvel Comics universe as a kind of mysterious character in the Immortal Iron Fist series that came out in the 90s. So that's that one. That's Thunderbolt. I'll also show you this one. There's another issue of Thunderbolt. The backup feature for Thunderbolt was a supergroup called the Sentinels. I wonder, we'll just flip through it, let's have a look. So, beautiful artwork, by the way, by Marisi. The stories were very literate and well written, actually. There's your hero line. The artwork was, as you can see, quite beautiful. And we can just flip to the back. Yeah, these are the Sentinels. Gary Friedrich, you can tell, is one of the early writers. Got his writing start working for Charlton. Did work here and on a title called The Blue Beetle, of course. So that's that. And this is the Modern Comics reprint of number 57. Modern Comics, as you know, Charlton became Modern Comics after they changed their name. And this is the last issue, I believe, number 59. So that's that. And I'll quickly go through you've seen them before, but I'll quickly go through them. So that. So that's Judomaster. And there's the second appearance. This is the first appearance. It was initially Special War Series, and then it changed its title to Judomaster. And this is the second issue. And that's the third issue. And the fourth. There's the fifth with the smiling skull. And there's the second appearance. Sorry. Another one. It's the first appearance, the second appearance of Tiger, and the first appearance on the cover. And there's another issue. Judomaster. And there's the Judomaster fighting the acrobat. And another issue. This is fighting the acrobat. And there's numbers 97. And hard to find, number 98. So that's that one. All right, so that's a look at some of the old Charltons. I hope you enjoyed looking at some of these old titles. And if you don't know, the characters of the Watchmen were based on some of these characters. So Ozymandias was based on this fellow, Thunderbolt. That was the initial plan of Alan Moore when they presented the character to Dick Giordano, but Dick Giordano did, as former editor of Charlton, didn't really like his characters being used as in Watchmen, and so he suggested to Alan Moore, "Why don't you create original characters?" Which he did, and to greater effect. So anyway, so that's the character that was planned for Ozymandias. And Peacemaker, this character, the plan was to have him, the character, the comedian, was the one who was supposed to have been Peacemaker. But again, Dick Giordano didn't want his characters, his Charlton characters, being used in DC. He wanted his characters to appear in original stories, which eventually they did. So the Ditko Blue Beetle, the Thunderbolt, Peacemaker, and Judomaster makes an appearance, albeit as part of a story. All of the characters make an appearance in the DC universe after DC bought the rights to the characters from Charlton Comics. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this little presentation, and if you did, remember to give me that thumbs up for like, and thanks everyone for subscribing, and feel free to comment if you have anything that you can add. Thanks, bye.